All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Tonganoxie Sports Live. We apologize for the delay. We join progress here in the top of the second inning in a 1-1 ball game between your Tonganoxie Lady Chieftains and the visiting Bonner Spring Braves. The doubleheader on tap here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Strainer. We thank you guys for joining us and showing your continued patience. One of these days, we're going to get the spring broadcast set up. We're going to get it out to a T with no problems whatsoever, but nonetheless, just a slight delay today. Barney, you want to recap that action in the first inning for us?
Yeah. Bonner Springs scored their first. Fly
out to left for the first out of the inning.
The catcher, Super, for Bonner, singled, got to second on a pass ball, and then Laura, the next batter, walked, and then Van Cleve singled in the run, and Newsom popped out to the shortstop to end the first inning.
So an RBI chance in the top of the half for Rin Van Cleve, a very familiar name from the winter sports season.
Yeah, and for Herrera, she led off for Tongi and doubled, and Coach, playing a little bit of small ball, had Vanderburg lay down a sacrifice bunt. Garcia grounded out to the pitcher, and then Clarkson tripled off of the fence, she singled off the fence, just barely missing a home run, by a couple of feet maybe. And then Clarkson singled in the run to tie it up, and then Maslak struck out looking.
And now another fly out there.
That's base hit.
Yeah, base hit, excuse me.
That's a single for McKeon.
The one-out single. Sage Isaacs on the bump again for Tonganoxie. Last time we saw her, it was the first softball broadcast of the spring season a few Thursdays ago in Eudora. She pitched an absolute gem, went the distance.
Yes, she did. She's definitely one of the aces here.
Looked like maybe a little bit more of that small ball in action from the Bonner Springs head coach there, not making contact, runner staying at first right now. One gone here in the top of the second inning. Next pitch on the way from Isaacs. Take a good hearty cut at it, but can't connect.
That fastball was located a little high where she just couldn't get the bat on it.
Next one away, that one too low. Laid off by the batter.
Yeah, Bonner Springs is opting to not go with the designated player today. They're just playing the 9 of them.
Well, 1 through 9, fielding and hitting. Another good cut, but can't connect. That's a strikeout there for Sage. And there are 2 gone here in the second inning.
That's her second strikeout. She had one in the first inning. She struck the leadoff batter out looking.
Got a backwards K and not just a regular K up here.
And we're back to Anderson, the leadoff hitter for the Braves.
3 straight swings and misses already. Isaac's getting in a groove. Lady Chieftains in the midst right now of a 5-game winning streak. They lost their very first game of the year back on March 30th against Spring Hill. Have not lost since. Throw coming into second, going to be a little bit behind. It's going to be a stolen base.
She's got her set up again. She struck her out in the first inning. Let's see if she can get her to bite again.
Looking to send Anderson packing instead. Makes contact out into left field and bringing it in for the 3rd out. So runners on the base pass but cannot come home for Bonner Springs as they strand one at second. It stays a 1-1 ball game.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Vera Hulsa is leading off the top of the bottom of the second for the Lady Chieftains.
And takes a first pitch ball there.
This is her first time up in the game. Wow, hot shot past third.
Way too hot to handle at the hot corner.
Yeah, she gets a single on that.
Leon Mann is aboard for Tonganoxie, trying to take the lead here in the bottom of the second inning.
Now we'll see what Coach Whitman does here. She played small ball the last time, bunting that runner over to second base. We'll see what she does here.
Jordan Vorbeck
and again
now,
she does.
putting it just directly into the dirt in front of home plate.
It's going to be a foul ball.
Yes.
Let's see if the bunt's still on. No, she's swinging away.
Right at third base. They try to throw to second. It's under the glove, so it's going to be an error there. Trying to advance up to third is Hulsa, and she will slide in safely.
Yep.
And Vorbeck, while she's at it, will just advance up to second. And the big power bat of Savannah Booker will dig in now with two ducks on the pond. The chance to bring them in and give the Chieftains the lead.
Yeah, that was a big error. Now Tongan needs to make this hurt because you got two runners in scoring position. Lousy single will score two.
Wind is gusting as always. First pitch taken in for a strike.
Hey, it wouldn't be spring baseball without the wind.
No, it would not. And for those that have been following the spring seasons here on Tongi Sports Live through the year, you all know that the wind, it always follows us no matter where we go. Good cut at that one. Can't connect. Now behind 0-2. Looking to avenge that almost near home run shot. Next one away from Hassett is a swing and a miss. And talk about a big strikeout there for Hassett on the bump.
Yeah, that's huge.
Or in the circle.
Yeah, the number 9 hitter, or number 8 hitter, Crane, is going to have to get him home. She did her job. She grounded it to the right side.
And they will get the out at first, but Hulsa does come around to score for the Chieftains, giving them the lead 2-1. That's one of those scenarios that if you're going to get an out, make it a productive one. That's exactly what you did there.
Lady Chieftains take the lead for the first time. Yeah, the Braves were playing their infield back. They were conceding that run for the out.
This one fouled up along the third base line. We head back down to the top of the order, Mariah Herrera. Runner still at third. This one softly swung at. It was in foul territory and hung up there enough time to maybe the catcher to run it down, but just couldn't get there in time. Keeping this at bat alive. Next one on the way inside, and they're going to say
it hit her. Yeah, it hit her.
It did. So Herrera gets the free, but not so free pass on up to first. She makes the trot, not rubbing the wound whatsoever. Stepping in now, Kylie Vandervoort, the center fielder. It would be a big chance here for the Lady Chieftains to get another runner home here with runners at second and third and no outs. They did get one home off a fielder's choice. This one, chopper right back up the middle, and the second baseman will give it to the shortstop, and that ends things here in the bottom of the second. Lady Chieftains add one more to the total. They had the lead 2-1 going into the top of the third on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Well, we had our first baby.
It is beautiful or handsome.
Oh, it's a boy.
We're interested in life insurance.
And we bought a bigger car.
Yeah.
Bigger car. Here is your plan. Goodbye.
When protecting your future, count on a human. Only a Farm Bureau Financial Services agent will sit down with you for a super check and together create a plan that works for you. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Welcome back into Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan, ready for action here in the top of the third inning. It's a 2-1 ball game. Lady Chieftains on top of the Lady Braves, and we're going to have Hassett, the pitcher, leading things off for Bonner. Isaac's ready to start her third inning of work here. Already 2 strikeouts in the game. Pop up, calling for it is Vorbeck in center. She brings it in. Vandervoort.
And that ball gets up in the air today, it will carry because the wind is blowing directly out of the south. So it's in our face, and it's going to help any of the balls hit into the air.
In that case, if you're Savannah Booker, you're just saying, why not a little stronger? Again, just came in.
Oh, she had plenty on it. It just wasn't quite high enough.
This one out into left. Crane brings in the line drive. So quickly, 2 gone here in the top of the third as we move right along.
Yeah, so far the Lady Chiefs was playing good defense.
That was Super, the catcher that just got set down. Now Laura, the third baseman.
Right in there. I'm telling you, those first pitch strikes are just so important at any level of the game.
It shows the signs of a confident pitcher as well, not afraid to work the zone and early in the count.
Yeah.
That one's just a little bit too high, but yeah, Sage, she has been on a tear this season.
She looks like she's on her game today, too.
Along with the rest of the team as well. Like we talked about 5-1, a 5-game winning streak coming into this contest, and a very favorable chance here. If they can get the sweep against Bonner Springs, advance that up to a 7-game winning streak. I mean, they're going to be
sweet.
You start rolling into early May, the hot hand can go a long way for you.
I did notice that the outfielders are playing a few steps deeper, which is smart. It's easier to come in on the ball than it is to go back.
Mm-hmm. Taking a little extra time out of the box is Laura. 2 gone here, top of the third inning. Maybe foul tipping that one, maybe going off her foot or giving the catcher some time here, something.
But she's readjusting some equipment, so
it looks like we're ready to resume. Yep. And the delivery from Isaacs.
That was an off-speed pitch, just missed. Sage is mixing her pitches up well, keeping the hitters guessing.
Keeping her in that proverbial rocking chair.
Yeah.
That one fouled out of play over the fencing.
Let's see if Sage can come back and get her here. She's gotten a strikeout every inning so far. Be nice to end this one with a K.
Looking for number 3 right here, and it is swung on.
Nice.
Taken
stop.
in by
Nice.
Short for Herrera. The quest to diamond. Great
Let me
play.
tell you what, having played that position before, she went deep in the hole and backhanded that and fired it over there. That's a highlight play right there.
Beautiful play from Mariah Herrera in the 6th hole. She ends things 3 up, 3 down for the Braves in the top of the 3rd.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small-town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
Tongie's turn in the 3rd inning, bottom of the 3rd action on Tongi Sports Live, looking to build onto their lead. If you just missed it, a beautiful, spectacular backhanded stop at short and throwing it to first. Mariah Herrera showing off the cannon. You made a comment during warm-ups, too, that she has quite the arm on her while she was showing it off right there.
I was watching in warm-ups, and I'm telling you what, she went deep in the hole and had to backhand that ball and planted and got it to first base ahead of the runner. I'm telling you what, that was a spectacular play.
Got her by a half a step.
Yeah.
Made it look a lot easier than it really is. Slow dribbler over to the pitcher, Hassett, throws her out at first, as that was Santi Garcia, the catcher. That will now bring up Abigail Clarkson.
She just missed a home run her last time up, and she got held to a single. She hit it so hard that the outfielder was able to get it back, because they're playing so deep anyway. I mean, she did miss a home run by more than 2 or 3 feet.
I guess they held back her swing. First base umpire confirms. Chopper to short, trying to replicate what Herrera did, and she does. Just like that, 2 gone here in the 3rd for Tongi.
That wasn't near as spectacular as Herrera's, but still got the job done.
And Les still taking it fairly deep in the hole, throwing it across. Didn't have the backhanded, like you said, so style point still going to Herrera, but nonetheless, 2 gone, and is Emerson Maslick.
Looks like she swung at a ball there.
Maybe one of those like rising fastballs, kind of rising to the zone. And now has her deep in the hole, 0-2, 2 swings and misses in this at bat.
Yes, you got to protect the plate, but don't be too crazy here.
Hassett trying to cap off her first scoreless inning. Next pitch on the way. 3 pitches and 3 swings and misses and a strikeout. That will end things in the bottom of the 3rd. We are moving briskly along in this game. To the top of the 4th we go, a 2-1 ball game.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at S&SAutoandBody.com or call 913-369-3193.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Top of the 4th action. moving along pretty well here. First pitch swinging, but going foul.
This is Van Cleve, the shortstop. She singled her last time up, but was left on base.
Trying to go off speed again,
Yeah.
but couldn't get her to chase.
I think that was a good pitch selection by Sage there, because she was all over the fastball.
That one just a little bit too high. Threatening to get the leadoff man on with a walk. Now it's 3-1 to count.
Come on, Sage, come back and get her here.
Trying to fill the count up,
Got
and
it.
she does just that. Perfect location right across the knees.
Yeah, she's at the knees right there.
And Ridden Cleve frozen up there. Full count, 3-2. Trying to keep the leadoff man in the dugout. Next pitch on the way from Sage is low, so Van Cleve will reach with the leadoff walk. Newsom will come up next for the Braves, followed by Minton on deck. McKeon in the hole.
That's Sage's second walk. Yeah, Newsom popped out to the shortstop last time up.
Now this one just a little bit inside. Having a hard time trying to work that zone right now here. Another pop-up right behind the catcher, and it goes over the fencing and out of play into the parking lot.
That's a good location. Sage had her tied up. Fought that off with her knuckles.
Next one just outside. Santi looking back, the runner at first. You definitely don't want to walk two.
There is no defense to walks.
Walks and errors. There
Yeah,
definitely are not.
They will bite you.
Much needed swing and a miss there, right over the heart of the plate.
Nice to see the girls roll two here.
Got her, swing and a miss, set down. Third strikeout of the game for Sage.
Yeah, that was nice job there. That brings up Minton. She flied out to left field her last time up.
And a great rebound for letting the leadoff man get on with the walk. You come back and you strike out the next batter.
Yeah. Now if you can roll the double play, that's the pitcher's best friend.
That would be another 3 up, 3 down inning.
Yeah.
Like the runner thought about going for a minute. Van Cleve, the shortstop at first. Getting a couple strides in. You saw Santi as soon as she caught that, kind of threatening to throw over to first. And we know, we've seen Santi over the years. She is not afraid to throw down to first.
There she goes.
And
Throws that from her knees. Oh,
play's going to be at second, and nobody was there. Just a little bit off location. I think Van Cleve would have beaten the throw anyways.
yeah, no questions. That's a pure stolen base.
And the throw from the knees, too. Just
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Santi, you can see her arm. She threw that from her knees and went into center field.
Van Cleve advancing up to second off the stolen base. Looking to come home. Minton swings at this one, coming right out to us in
that's a gapper.
center, and it will get down in the gap. Van Cleve will round third. She had to hold up for a minute to make sure I was going to get down, and she will tie this game up at 2 apiece. A 1-run double for Minton.
Yeah, and that walk comes home to haunt the Lady Chieftains. Stand-up double there by Minton with the big RBI behind it.
Minton and Van Cleve trade places at second.
Yeah, and you could also see how the wind kind of helped that. I mean, it was in the gap anyway, but it got out here in a hurry.
Yeah, just one hop on the chain link fence. Looking to play small ball, and this one hits her right on the shoe/shin area. Was showing bunt to advance the runner over to third, but instead it hits her. So now a walk and a hit by pitch. A couple free passes given to some Braves batters, and she She's taking some extra time. It was McKeon, number 4, taking some time trying to walk off that pitch to the shoe. And I know it's painful, especially in baseball, whenever you have that foul tip that goes right off your shoe. But, I mean, taking just a straight pitch to the shoe either, I mean, that's cannot be comfortable. The Chieftains taking a little extra time gathering around Sage and company inside the circle. She had been cruising along. She gave up 1 run in the top of the first inning, made easy work in the second and third, and now trouble here in the 4th inning. Already 1 run coming across the score, 1 gone in the inning, and runners at second and first.
And that brings up Ashford, who is the center fielder, and she struck out swinging last time. So another strikeout here would be huge.
Yeah, and this is the time to do it, too. Get the bottom of the order.
Yeah,
try to get your outs here before if this goes on any longer and you get into the teeth in the order, the 3-hole, 4-hole hitter could be potentially a big inning for Bonner. Got her ahead right now, though. And
got her
right there, 3 pitches, all she needed.
Yes.
Strikeout number 4 in the game, and most importantly, a big out number 2 here in the top of the 4th.
That does bring up the leadoff batter, Anderson. She's her first time up, she struck out looking. Her second time up in the top of the second, she lined out to the left fielder.
First pitch swinging over the glove of Herrera. That's going to plate 1 run.
Yeah, be a stand-up double.
And Bonner takes the lead once again, 3-2. A 2-out, 1-run double for Anderson. First pitch swinging.
Yep.
No doubt what she was sitting on. Got what she got what she was looking for. Put it right over the glove of Herrera. And I mean, it wasn't just it was just out of reach of Herrera's glove too. She made a jump, gave it her best effort, just so close to.
Well, on those 2 runs that came home to score in this inning, 2 of them one was hit by pitch and 1 was walked.
This one skied out to the outfield, and that's going to be an error. It's in and out of the glove.
I don't think so. That thing was wind aided, and it was between them. So I think that's a hit.
That's Vandervoort and Klein out there, left fielder and center fielder, and it looked like it was in and out of the glove of, I believe it was Crane coming over, but like you talked about, wind definitely does not make it easy, but another run coming across for the Braves.
That's 4 runs in this inning. Need to shut it off here, Lady Chieftains.
5-2 game now, and a lot of RBI doubles coming across for Bonner Springs. This is where Isaacs was so key in the game that we did at Eudora, is that when the base pass got crowded, she didn't shut her away. She didn't give up any big hits, was able to put them down in order, and for the most part, doing most of the same here, except just in the top of the 4th. Bonner, another time, was it 2nd or 3rd time through the order now? 2nd time, right?
Yeah.
For Bonner, yeah, so.
3rd time for the top half.
Yeah.
Bonner's got another runner in scoring position, too. There's only 1 out. No, I'm sorry, there's 2 outs. So we need to get this last out.
Isaac's trying to end this inning, and it comes just a little closer there with the called strike.
Yeah, they need to shut it down before there's any more damage done. They're still in this thing.
And another walk. So 2 walks, a hit by pitch. Runner will go up to first now, 2nd and 1st. That was super. It just drew the walk. Now Laura. That was a swing trying to bring them all home.
And Bonner's threatening to bat around here. This is Laura. She grounded out to short her last time up.
Outside of the zone, 1-1.
This is the 9th batter to come to the plate in this inning.
Dribbles foul before making its way to Booker at first. Trying to put him away here, and again, out of the zone.
Yeah, struggling a little bit with her control now. She walks off behind the mound and slams the ball into her glove. She's frustrated, it looks like, with herself. Ooh, that looked like a pretty good pitch.
No, not getting the call from Blue behind the plate.
Another walk.
Back-to-back walks, and we have officially batted around now. You got the official score, Blake. We batted around now?
Yes.
Van Cleve started the 4th, and she will come up here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And another meeting with the players inside the circle. And this could be one. If Lady Braves can get one into the gap, this could be very big trouble for Tonganoxie.
This will bring up Van Cleve, and she walked her last time up and scored.
First pitch swinging, fouls back off the fencing. Another walk here will bring home another run. That runner at third. I believe it's Anderson at third, correct? Should be Anderson, Hassett.
At third?
Yes.
Yeah, Hassett's at third.
Hassett's at third. Super at second. Laura now at first. This is why I leave you in charge of the scorebook. Threatening to walk her again here and walk home another run. It'd be the 5th run of the inning that Bonner can get another one across.
Yeah.
Gets the call that time for strike 2. Big pitch upcoming here for Sage.
Yeah, this a big hit here could kind of open the floodgates.
Pop
there we
up.
Go. There we go.
In the infield, and calling for it is Herrera. She brings it in, and that stays in the top of the 4th. The Braves bat around. They reclaim the lead 5-2, trying to open this thing up here on Tongi Sports Live.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. And now get occupational therapy in the office or at home on an outpatient basis. Call 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
Apologize about that, folks. We are live here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. A big top of the 4th inning for Bonner Springs as they bat around.
Yeah.
And played across 4 runs to give them a 5-2 lead, but now another chance here for the Lady Chieftains to get a big inning started.
Yeah, Farrah Hulse will be leading off, and she singled and scored the 2nd run for the Lady Chieftains in the bottom of the 2nd.
Yeah, there you got Hulse and Vorbeck is on deck and Booker in the hole, so 1 and 2 hitters, or at least can get on and get over, and Booker can bring them home. It's like that, brand new ball game.
Oh, they're still in this. They just need to start chipping away now because there's only 7 innings.
This one popped up.
It's down.
Short stop going out for it, but cannot bring it in. Again, wind making it a little bit more difficult to play out those pop-ups.
I'm going to call that a hit, and I'll tell you why. That ball was wind-aided, and by all rights, the center fielder should have called her off, but she's playing so deep, it was hit in no man's land, so that's a single.
Tough spot to be in for the Braves. Good one for the Lady Chieftains. Leadoff man is on. Farrah Hulsa, Jordan Vorbeck, the designated player, back into the box.
Yeah, she reached on an error by the third baseman the last time. At the bottom of the second.
Just catching enough of the inside portion of the zone there for a strike.
But she was stranded at third.
Yeah, if you're Tonganoxie and if you're Coach Whitman, you're not emphasizing you got to get a run here. As this one graces off the glove to the pitcher and a throw back to first. Not going to be in time.
Yeah, it's going to be a fielder's choice.
So Hulsa will be out at second base. And if that was just a little bit higher, just a little bit out of the reach of the pitcher, maybe that gets through as a hit, but it grazed off her glove, slowed it down enough to get the play out at second. But Vorbeck will go to first, trading places with Hulsa. One gone. Savannah Booker now in. First pitch swinging out here to the outfield. And it does get down. A base hit. Vorbeck going around to third. Booker right behind her at second. Are they going to wave her around? They will wave her around.
And no throw.
In time, a big RBI double for Savannah Booker, just what the doctor ordered for Tongi.
Yeah, and that's really huge because she struck out swinging her last time up. Huge RBI double.
And back to my point that I was saying a little earlier ago, you don't need to get all the runs back and tie this game up in this inning. You just get one. If you get two, that's even great. Yeah. But, I mean, just like that, I mean, right mindset from the Lady Chieftains coming out, starting to chip away here already.
Yeah, well, Booker's in scoring position, too. Oh, there's
another one.
Oh, that's a nice stop by the shortstop. Throwing from her knees.
And Booker taking off for third. And they call her out?
No, she's safe.
Oh.
I think they called Crane out, though, right?
Yes, they did call Crane out. Another nice play. We've seen a lot of nice plays from the shortstop position on both sides.
Yeah, that one was.
In this game.
She threw that from her knees.
That time it was Van Cleve. Got the out at first. Booker advancing over to third. You saw her kind of take her time. She didn't immediately take off for third. Kind of stayed right at the bag, and as soon as the throw was going over to first, to right to third she went. Umpire took their time to officially make the call. That's why I didn't know safe or out, but looks like they're going to call her safe. Runner at third and with 2 outs.
That brings up Herrera. She doubled her first time up and scored, and she was hit by a pitch in the bottom of the second, but stranded at first. Got a big RBI just on third base there. You need to find a way to get them home.
Now, we've talked about the plays that the shortstops have made in the field. Now, maybe talk about making a play at the plate here. Herrera swings at it.
That's through.
There you
got her
go.
job done.
Just like that, 2 out RBI single.
Yeah, that'll help.
And we could have an old-fashioned offensive slug out here in this game. 5-4. Lady Chieftains back within 1. And Kylie Vandervoort back in, the center fielder.
Yeah, Kylie grounded out to the second baseman her last time up, and she had a very nice sacrifice bunt.
And into the gap. That one goes.
So they're going to send her?
They're going to wave that run across, and she will be safe at the plate to tie game.
Vandervoort goes to second on the throw.
Back-to-back runs scored with 2 outs in the inning. Tied this game up at 5 apiece. Lady Braves had 4 runs in the top of the 4th. Lady Chieftains now with 3 in the bottom half.
And another runner in scoring position with Vandervoort.
Just keep that line moving. Who's driving the bus? Now it's Santi Garcia's turn.
Santi grounded out to the pitcher her last time up. and also her first time up.
The approaches at the plate has just been very aggressive.
Oh yeah,
for Tongi tonight. That's something we saw in the first game against Eudora. It seems to have been their theme. They go up there, swing away, and I mean they score runs in all their games, at least 5 runs a game. Already reaching that threshold here in the bottom of the 4th. This one could be an adventure. Bringing it in.
The right fielder
coming all the way into near center territory, had the better read on it. She brings it in. Lady Chieftains, they don't bat an eye. They tie this game back up 5 apiece as we head to the top of the 5th.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
We had 7 total runs between both teams come across in the 4th inning. I mean, absolutely bonkers there. It's a 5-5 ball game. Bonner Springs, they put up 4 runs in the top of the 4th inning, jumped out to a 5-2 lead, and the Lady Chieftains came up and did, like I said before going into the commercial break, did not bat an eye, bringing across 3 runs, 2 of them with 2 outs.
Yep.
Just like that.
That brings up Newsom, who's the first baseman. She struck out swinging her last time up and popped out to the shortstop her first time up. Now this is important for Sage. Your team picks you up and gets you tied. You know, you need to come out and have a shutdown inning here if you're Sage.
And we really saw her command, her control kind of
you could see
go
her
sporadic in the 4th.
She was a little frustrated with herself, but she just needs to calm down and do what she does best.
Back-to-back pitches up and outside of the zone. They had 3 walks and then the hit by pitch all in the 4th inning.
And 2 of those came around to score.
Yes. Pop up. Maslick at second brings it in for first out.
That'll bring up Minton, who's the second baseman. She doubled her last time up and scored, and flied out to the left fielder her first time up. So Sage off to a good start, getting that leadoff batter. Nice to have a 1-2-3 inning here.
Next one on the way, up and high. I can't quite pick up whatever pitch that is she's throwing, but it seems to be pretty consistent high and outside of the zone.
That was a good pitch.
This is Minton, the second baseman, in right now. Foul tip that last one, stepping back into the box.
They need to keep her off the bases. She doubled and scored her last time up.
Another one foul tipped over the fencing, 2 strikes in the count.
Come on, Sage, set her down.
Grounder over to Herrera, brings it in, collects herself, and cannot dig it out of the dirt at first. A little bit of a low throw from Herrera. Hard time trying to handle that one.
Yeah, she was hoping her first baseman could bail her out, but she just couldn't quite find the handle. It was a low throw. Well, let's see if we can roll it, ladies. That's Tongi's first error of the game.
Hot shot over to third, in and out of the glove. It's almost just kind of instincts getting that glove up there and trying to protect herself. That's Halsa over there at third.
Well, after a promising start.
So you calling that an error on the third baseman there?
Yeah, you have to call that an error.
Small ball here, bunt put down right in front of Sage. She'll take the play at first, throw back over to third, and it's back in time. So now Bonner Springs, 2 outs in the inning, but runners at second and third, and a big RBI chance here coming up next. As this should be, is this Ashford?
Yeah, 2 runners in scoring position for the Lady Braves. And this brings back up the top of the order.
Back to the order.
Anderson, who doubled her last time up and scored.
Yes.
Sage needs to find a way to get her out. Defense has got to be solid here if she gets a ground ball.
Right up the middle and into the outfield. A 2-run single for Anderson, and the lead goes back to the Braves, 7-5. Looked like a promising start to the inning for Sage.
Has a big 2-out hit right there by the Lady Braves. All right, that'll bring up Hassett.
Runner is going to second. Throw is, again, missed.
Stolen base. Hassett doubled and was left at third in the last inning. It's another big RBI out there. Hopefully we can shut it down here.
This one gets away from Santi behind the plate, and now Anderson will advance up to third.
Yeah, it looked like a pass ball.
So now just a hit into the outfield is going to plate across another run for the Braves. All becoming with 2 outs, mind you.
Yep. Good pitch.
Just like Tongi did in the bottom half of the fourth, getting most of their runs with 2 outs, and Braves looking to do the same here. Already have regained the lead, 7-5. Another one too low. Got to find a way to get this out at the plate right here.
Oh, yeah.
And can't quite do it. It goes out in the left field. That run will come to score. Another RBI single for Bonner. This time it is for Hassett, the pitcher, so helping herself out a little bit inside the circle. Back to a 3-run lead for Bonner.
That brings up Super, who's the catcher. And she walked her last time up, but was stranded at second. She did single her first time up, so she's 1 for 3.
Santi trying to block that as best she can, but the runner will still go up to second base. Yeah, maybe now it's at the point of the game where if you're Coach Whitman, if Sage has trouble getting out of this inning, another run comes across, do you pull her out of the game and put in a new pitcher?
Yeah, we don't want to forget we have a doubleheader, though.
Right. And that's a special circumstance. You gotta try to balance out.
Yeah. trying to get as many innings out of Sage as she can. Of course, Sage has been one of the aces, too.
Ripped right at third base. Halsa catching it right off the dirt for the third out. Braves still rally. They played across all the runs with 2 outs for an 8-5 lead heading to the bottom of the 5th.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
It'll be the cleanup hitter Clarkson up next for Tonganoxie. They trail by 3 runs, again 8-5. They scored 3 in the bottom of the 4th, looking to do the same here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, Clarkson grounded out to the first baseman her last time up, but she had a big RBI single in the first inning.
First pitch swinging, and that gets through for a base hit. Leadoff man is on.
Yeah, that ball was well struck. Went right back up the middle. All right. Lady Chieftains have the leadoff batter on, and that brings up Emerson Maslak. She's struck out her last 2 times, so she's due. Let's see if she has her bunt. Being down by multiple runs, I doubt it. Swing away.
Yeah, I think you give her a chance here. You're down by 1, possibly, but
because it's getting late in the game.
Yeah, you're only gonna have 2 more innings to work out here.
Yeah, they're gonna
try to come back.
Oh, there you go.
Plenty of air time, but right to the left fielder, brought in for the out.
Clarkson unable to advance. The left fielder got the ball back to the infield quickly. That brings up Halsa. She's 2 for 2. Both singles. And scored a run.
First pitch ball from Hassett.
You know, we haven't seen a pinch runner in this game either.
Yeah, no pinch runners, no courtesy runners, none of that. Also had the big catch to end things in the top half of the inning when Bonner was threatening to score a 9th run. It was a line drive, low line drive, right to her at third base. Count still in advantage of the hitter right now, 2-1.
Like Halsa's trying to work the count here.
Clarkson still at first, leadoff
Oh,
single. This
go.
one ripped
Yes.
into left field and foul ball.
Oh my goodness.
Foul ball.
That was a 2-hop scorcher to the fence. Turns out just to be a loud out, or a loud strike. Sorry.
Yeah, loud strike, loud foul. Anderson was immediately getting on her horse as that one was going to be rolling to the fence, no doubt. Just couldn't stay on the right side of the chalk. Next pitch from Hassett is up high. Now the count's full, 3-2.
Need to get on any way you can here.
And you know when you're down by 3 and you get a leadoff single, you definitely you don't want to spoil that.
No.
Next one, swing and a miss, a big strikeout and out number 2 in the inning.
brings up Vorbeck. She reached and scored on a fielder's choice her last time up.
The first baseman for the Lady Chieftains had that tough time bringing in that throw from Herrera with one out. The top half of the inning. That kind of was the slippery slope that led to 3 more runs coming across.
Yeah, you can't give teams extra outs because they'll make them hurt.
One's upstairs. Got a pretty good crowd on hand tonight as well. A little bit windy, but outside of that, a beautiful night to play
it's
too.
gorgeous.
Another grounder and deep in the hole.
Got her.
And he did get her. Oh my goodness, Vorbeck beaten by a half a step.
Another good play by the
quarter step.
Bonner shortstop. Yeah.
8-5 to the top of the 6 Braves on top of the Lady Chieftains.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Top of the 6 now. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Leadoff man for Bonner is ahead 1-0 right now. First pitch ball from Sage. And Coach Whitman leaving her out there right now. She's been roughed around a little bit, safe to say, in this one, giving up 8 earned runs through 5 innings of work. But like we talked about, when you got the doubleheader and if you got games later on down the road, and especially this week, I don't have the full schedule right in front of me, but typically Tuesdays, and then you have another one Thursday, maybe Friday. Keeping her in there right now. This one dying out slowly, but it drops right, like you talked about, no man's land.
Yeah, because the outfielders are having to play a little deeper because of this wind, and it's just hit between them. So the leadoff hitter is on for Bonner. That's Laura. She's the third baseman.
Red Van Cleve, the shortstop, now in.
That
Gets a charge into this one.
Nice
and
catch.
Klein.
Nice catch.
Great job by Klein. Crane. I keep calling her Klein. I apologize about that, but Crane.
Yeah, she made a nice play. I'm telling you, that ball was close to being out of here if she doesn't catch it.
Yeah, might have hit the base of the fence. No hop, but I mean, that one was scorched, and Crane doing a great job getting the glove up there and bringing it in. That was loud. Out number 1.
That ball was hit on line, too. Ooh.
Now is Newsom stepping in, trying to move that runner over at first, and Laura. Next pitch on the way from Isaacs is high, but got her to chase anyway. Throw her over to first, and runner back in time. Santi doing all that she can to keep that runner there and know that he's got her attention. Next one from Sage, and just outside. Good framework by Santi, but not fooling the umpire.
Newsom popped out to second her last time up.
Now looks like another pop out there to Crane. She is responsible for both outs here in the top of the 6th.
And that runner's still at first base. So Sage coming back.
This would be a big kind of rebound inning.
Yeah, it would.
For her. The 4th and the 5th have not been her friend. She was off to a great start in the first 3 innings before that.
Yeah.
Have a chance here to set down the Braves, and a good start there.
Yeah, and you're getting into the bottom part of the order. This is Minton, the second baseman. She reached on an error last time up and scored.
Get the strikeout here, or get the ground out, fly out, wherever you got to do, and then have 8 and 9 leading things off in the top of the 7th. Is this one head out? Crane is there, and it dropped. It dropped. Send that runner around, and the run comes home to score another 2-out run coming across for Bonner Springs.
Yeah, that ball looked to me like it should have been caught.
So you're going to call that one an error?
Yeah, I think so.
And we are not the official scorekeepers, but
no.
I don't know. Looked like Crane was in the area. Vorbeck was there. Vandervoort was there as well. This one popped straight up. Santi got the out. How about that? Diving out for it right behind.
Way to go.
And the backstop brings it in, a huge out number 3. However, Bonner does bring across one more run as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Need a big rally here at 9-5. Bonner leads.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn.
We come out of the commercial break with Savannah Booker leading things off for Tongi, and down to their final 6 outs in this one, down 4 runs.
Yeah, she doubled and scored her last time up, so let's hope she can stay hot.
And that crucial 9th run for Bonner. This one is popped out. Right fielder coming over, center fielder calling her off. And this is going to lead me into my next point. First out here in the inning. But the communication, not just for Tongi, it's also been Bonner as well. However, Tongi has suffered the most from kind of those pop flies into the outfield. They've had 2 drop, and they've had 2 runs score on both of those. And you attribute it not only to the win, but to the communication or possibly lack thereof.
Yeah, I mean, that center fielder, like we talked about, is typically your best outfielder. So they have to take charge and, either say, I've got the ball or you need to take it. So, I mean, communication is key out there.
Which is what we saw a little bit there. 2 gone in the top half of this inning out into left center as Vandervoort and Crane were both closing in on that fly out. And it looked like Crane had it in her glove and it just dropped and was so close to having a scoreless half inning for Sage and company. But another run comes across, making this deficit a little bit more to try to come back on, make it now 4 with now 5 outs left, with 1 already gone here. And speaking of Crane, this is her in the box right now.
Yeah, she grounded out to short her last time up.
Pops this one up, second baseman barely having to move, but it's off her glove.
And that's the wind. But we'll take it.
She looked pretty confident. That was Minton at second. Looked pretty confident in her abilities to bring that one in. But this wind, folks, I mean, we got to tell you, it's blowing right into our face. I mean, it's not a steady wind. I mean, it's constant.
Having played this game a lot, when the wind is blowing out like this and you hear the crack of the bat, your first step should be back.
So we've seen a lot of the outfielders playing deep.
Yeah.
Maybe now the infielders taking a step or 2 back.
This brings up Herrera. She singled and scored her last time up. And doubled and scored her first time up.
You caught a bit of an audible from Whitman saying we got to go right now, and we got to get things going. This one a fly out right to center field. for out number 2. Not a lot of trouble for number 5 out in center.
Line drives today actually are going to be a little easier because you don't have the wind won't play as much havoc with them.
Kylie Vandervoort back in.
She singled her last time up.
Low pitch, but catcher keeping it right in front of them, holding that runner at first for Tongi. Chopper over to second, sets her feet, throws across in time for the third out. Chieftains cannot answer the one run from the Braves in the top of the 6th. We head to the final inning of the first game of our doubleheader, 9-5 Bonner.
Number one,
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongirec.org or call 913-845-3502. Midwest Chiropractic Center in Tonganoxie is ready to get you back to being the active, energetic person you want to be. Midwest Chiropractic offers a friendly and caring environment with the most comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Dr. Robert Shook and Dr. Daniel Haug at Midwest Chiropractic Center care about your health, and their approach to care proves it. To schedule your appointment, call 913-369-0022 or visit them at mwchiropractic.com.
Welcome back to Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Our final inning here, 7th inning in game 1 of our doubleheader between Tonganoxie and Bonner Springs. Tongi held scoreless in the bottom of the 6th. You're still trailing by 4 runs right now. Isaac still inside the circle.
Ashford, the center fielder, is leading off.
And she will be sat down there, 1 gone.
Ground out to the pitcher. That brings up the top of the order. And Anderson. She's 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored.
Not a bad stat line. That one rolls over her feet for ball 1. Definitely tell the frustration has been getting to Sage a little bit as this game has gone on ever since the 4th inning on. It has not performed as the way as she would have liked or the way as she had envisioned. This one over to third. Halsa across the booker in time for out number 2. If she and the defense can manage to hold on here and get a third out, this would be the first scoreless inning since the 3rd inning.
Yep.
Bonner has scored in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And then the 6th, that run coming across due to a big error out in the outfield. As it's kind of unfair to call any fly out a routine fly out with this wind, but had enough hang time, 2 players in the area, 2 gloves.
And it went off the glove.
Yeah, and you got to try to find a way to bring that one in. Looking for the 1-2-3 inning.
It's no picnic out there with this wind. I can tell you that.
No, it is not. It definitely is not. Next one on the way from Sage is low. Lets her get away. A 2-out walk. And we have seen runners that get on via the walk or they've had a tendency to come around and score, hoping to buck that trend here.
Yeah, any of the free passes, the hit by pitches, and the base on balls, there's just no defense for that. And more often than not, it seems like they come around to score on you.
A little late movement on that one. Catches his own. Strike one.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch.
This should be super if I
Yeah,
got it correct.
Yeah, she lined out hard to the third baseman her last time up. I mean, it was a BB that went down there.
Tied her up a little bit. Right out to right field to Clarkson. Brings it in, out number 3. So the Lady Chieftains down to their final 3 outs here in game 1. Down by 4 runs. Need to have a rally.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
Give us a quick glance at the first 3 up here, partner.
Yeah, we got Santi Garcia, the catcher, followed by Clarkson, the right fielder, and then Maslak, who's the second baseman, who's in the hole.
So 3, 4, and 5 do up here.
Yep. You got the meat of the order.
Chance to do something. First pitch swinging, can't connect for strike 1.
Santi's done a nice job behind the plate, but she's 0 for 3 tonight.
Hassett still on the rubber for Bonners, looking to go the distance here. Popped up, center fielder has space and brings it in for the first out.
Yeah, it's shortstop.
What'd I say?
Center fielder.
Oh, well, whoops, my bad.
Shortstop for Bonner has had quite a game too.
Yes, she has.
Van Cleve.
Yep.
Yeah, she's done a nice job over there.
Another one popped up, this time to the third baseman. 2 up, 2 gone here. Things not looking so great for the Lady Chieftains. Their 5-game winning streak is down to its final out, down 4 runs, and it's all on the bat of Emerson Maslak.
See if she can start a 2-out rally here.
We saw her so many times really provide a spark for the girls' basketball team.
3 infield pop-ups to end the game.
Yep. And poorly timed on my part, but that brings it into game 1 of the doubleheader between the Braves and the Lady Chieftains. 9-5. This one will go to Bonner. Both teams will take their time, go to their dugouts, and for the Chieftains are going to gather out here into left field and try to regroup. So keep it here. We will keep this live stream going. We will have game 2 starting up here. We will have all 7 innings. I promised you guys we will have all 7 innings. God is my witness. We will have from start to finish of game 2 of our doubleheader. Again, we apologize for the slight delay in this one, missing the first inning, but
soundboard problem.
Yeah, it's always something. Always something. But nonetheless,
technology's great when it works.
That's how the saying goes. But nonetheless, we appreciate everyone for being with us so far. We're going to step away. Both teams get about 25, 30 minutes maybe to regroup, and then we will have game 2 of our doubleheader next here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Chieftain Athletics.
The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in. Game 2 of our doubleheader here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Thank you for joining us. Ready to go here. First pitch is just right around the corner as it is now Farrah Hulsa inside the circle. Her and Sage Isaac switching positions from pitcher and third base. The rest of the lineup looking identical for Tonganoxie, and we will get these lineups run through here once we get them finished into the scorebook. Meanwhile, Hulsa's next pitch is in there. We're called strike. Leading off, we have Anderson. Once again, led off for the Braves in the first game of our doubleheader as well. Took a half-hearted swing at that one, low and outside for strike 2. Anderson had a decent game in game 1. This one right over to Maslick at second. A little too hard to handle, and it's a leak out into center field, a leadoff single for the Braves. And just like that, base runners already on the base paths in the top of the first inning for Hulsa with the leadoff single. And now this will bring up Hassett. She was the pitcher. Went the distance, came out with the win, only giving up 5 runs in that first game against Tongi, a 9-5 win. As you can see, the final score still in there on the scorebook. Let's set those back to 0-0. Meanwhile, now she will be over at shortstop for this game today. Just like in the first game, wind gusts still blowing through here. We're at the Leavenworth County Fairgrounds in Tonganoxie, Kansas. It's a beautiful night to play, too, for softball. Just a tad bit windy. We saw that give a lot of the outfielders and even the infielders some fits on both teams. The first game of our doubleheader. Expect more of that to continue. This one swung on. This one heading into foul territory, and it lands in foul territory. Abigail Clarkson trying to run it down, just can't quite do it.
I'd like to see Abigail get one up in the air in this game because he almost got one out last game. It hit about the middle to the top of the fence.
And in the bottom of the first inning, the Chieftains plated 1 run. Then it was a 1-1 ball game there. This one scorched right back up the middle. That's the runner up now to first and second. Still nobody else. We head into the third hole. And
Super.
Looks like Super. Same 1, 2, 3 part of the order for the Braves. Farrah Hulsa in some early trouble here, trying to minimize the damage here. First pitch is outside for a ball. No. He called that a strike. Okay. I always love when we have the umpires that kind of take like the extra second and a half after each pitch and then just kind of throw up the nonchalant strike call. Like, this one going to be trouble heading into the outfield again. Clarkson brings it in. They're going to send that runner around, and they will come around to score. Throw to third, not in time, and the batter, Super, will advance up to second. First and third, second and third. Nobody out. 1 run already coming across. That was Anderson. For the Braves, they lead 1-0. They just broke the 5-game winning streak the Lady Chieftains have been riding in game 1, and now looking to make it back-to-back losses here. one over to Sage. Fakes the throw to first, tries to get it back to third in time. I like the idea, but runner slides back into third in time, and now that leaves the bases loaded. And still, nobody out. Gotta try to like the creativity of Sage here. Thought the runner was going to be going full down the line to home, but didn't get far enough away from the bag. Was able to get back in time, and
yeah. And the Lady Chieftains are playing the infield in. They want to try and cut off this run at the plate. The only downside to having that infield in is it adds batting average percentage points to the batter.
Chopper. Herrera gets it, goes to third, but off the bag. Did she get the tag in? No, she did not. And this inning just goes from bad to worse right now defensively for the Lady Chieftains. Still bases loaded. One run came across the score yet again.
And that was an E6.
She did not step on the bag at second either. You can at least get one out there and maybe have a play at first. Now this one, Maslick in and out of her glove. Runner's got to advance. No one covering second. Another run comes across the score. And these are the kind of defensive innings that can just drive a head coach crazy, partner.
No question about it. Bases are still juiced.
And still, nobody out.
Nobody out.
Now this is, I believe, this should be Minton, correct?
Well, that's in the hole.
It's a 4-run, make it a 5-run, top of the first inning for Bonner Springs, and all with no outs. My goodness, and now Coach Whitman, she's going to be making the march inside the circle here. And this Bonner Braves offense, they caught fire in the top of the 4th inning of the first game of the doubleheader, and they have just ridden it ever since. They have scored at least 1 run in every inning since. And they put up a big spot here, 5 runs already, and still with all 3 outs left to work with.
And there's still 2 runners in scoring position. And this is the bottom of the order coming up. You got McKeon and Ashford.
And then back to the top of the order to Anderson. Unless if there's a double up on the base paths. You know, right now you got Minton at second. It's Newsom at third. Van Cleve and Laura just came around to score off that 2-run double from Minton. Minton is the pitcher in this game as well. So knocking in some RBIs, giving herself some breathing room on the rubber. She's going to have at least a 5-run lead to work with here, if not more. Looking to add on. This is McKeon. And I thought about swinging for just about a half second, but able to hold off for ball 1. Ashford in the 9-hole. She's in center field. And back up top to Anderson, who's in left. This one foul tipped off the fencing and out of play. We talk a lot about the records coming in. Dongi was 5-1, now officially 5-2. Bonner coming into this one, they were 5-4. And we're playing a lot of stiff competition, including a stout Olathe North softball team. They came in today, put up a 9 spot on Tongi in the first game, already 5 here in the second one. This pitch outside for a ball.
Yeah, the Lady Chiefs is going to have to stop the bleeding here soon. This game's going to get out of hand.
And Bonner already halfway there as far as a potential spread in the game as we get deeper on. Still, there's a lot of chances for Tongi to add on and cut into the deficit, but still, I mean, this is
no way you want to start.
Holds off again, ball 4. bases are loaded yet again. And to the bottom of the order, we go to Ashford. Big chance for her.
Be the ninth hitter to come to the plate here in the top of the first.
So you get cut it that long, can't connect. Also, maybe put a little extra on that pitch.
Infield still in for the Lady Chieftains.
This one out in the center for a base hit. One run comes around, and that is all they will get there. They hold the runner at third. 6-0, and we have officially batted around still.
Yep.
I hate to sound like a broken record, but I mean, nobody out. How many times have you heard of a team batting around in an inning and not recording a single out in the process? I mean, that's incredible.
It's not good.
It's not good for Tongi right now. Everything going right at the dish so far for Bonner Springs.
Yeah. Anderson will be batting for the second time in the inning. She's the leadoff hitter.
Chopper.
Nobody at first.
And get it over there in time.
Oh, they did get it?
They did. The first base coach thought that she beat it out, but in the process, a runner from third did come home, so now 7-0, but we do have our first out here.
That brings up Hassett. She singled and scored her first time up in this inning.
A pretty good location pitch, just not getting the call from the umpire. Coach Whitman trying to get behind also on the mound right now, trying to build up our confidence, trying to shut the door here on this inning. Like you had mentioned earlier, stop the bleeding.
Yeah, no question. Did I have this right? 7 runs?
7 runs, that's what I have.
Yep.
Foul tipped off the fence.
10 have come to the plate. 7 of them have scored.
If someone tells you before the game that 70% of your batters are going to come around and score, I think you take it, let alone in an inning.
Yeah. It's been a tough one for the Lady Chieftains.
Another one put in play right at Herrera. Throw over to first is in time.
That will score another run, though.
Yes, it will. Still the runner at third, an 8-0 ball game for the moment being. Back here is Super. Will play out at second. This time around was the catcher in the first game. Santi Garcia going back-to-back behind the dish for the Lady Chieftains.
That's a long day.
That is a long day. Her knees definitely going to need some ice packs after this and maybe some other therapy. I know with the addition of the new athletic wing and the new gym and stuff, they also had the new athletic training rooms there that we got to see kind of the early stages of.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good therapy in there for the student athletes at Tongi High. It's just another reason why that was such a brilliant investment by the administration, everyone in the Tongi community. The beautiful basketball gym too, and a great setup for us, which makes it even better.
Yeah.
Another walk here, free pass given to Super. She'll make her way up to first. Runners on the corner, 2 gone. Laura, number 22, the third baseman.
Lady Chieftains desperately need an out here.
There's just a little behind that pitch. I think she'd like to see that one again.
She was right on it.
Next one in from Halsa. Tied her up. Drops in front of Herrera. Throw over to first and a bad throw. Booker couldn't bring it in. Run comes around to score.
She tried to guide that over there instead of throwing it.
And Laura will move up to second via the air. Call that an E6. And a 9th run comes across the plate for Bonner Springs.
Should have been out of this inning.
Ren Van Cleve, now the catcher. Another hit into the outfield, potentially could make it double digits. Solid one. Ripped out toward center. Laying up for it and cannot bring it in. Tough play without a doubt. It's a bases clearing 2-out, 2-run double for Ren Van Cleve.
The ball was well placed. Valiant effort there by the center fielder, but just couldn't bring it in.
I'll double check my math. How many runs we got across?
11.
11. Okay. Like that. Now back down to Newsom. This is the 6-hole hitter.
th batter to hit in the inning.
One high at eye level. Popped up. Nothing is routine with this win. Maslick calling for it and brings it in mercifully. Top of the first inning comes to an end. Bonner Springs, 11 runs come across to score. Going to need a big inning here in the bottom half. Cut into this deficit.
Well, we had our first baby.
It is beautiful or handsome.
Oh, it's a boy.
We're interested in life insurance.
And we bought a bigger car.
Yeah.
Bigger car. Here is your plan. Goodbye.
When protecting your future, count on a human. Only a Farm Bureau Financial Services agent will sit down with you for a super check and together create a plan that works for you. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Apologize about the delay, folks, but it's 11-0 ball game right now. Bottom of the first inning. First chance for Tongi. Try to cut into this deficit. It's not too often you come up in the bottom of the first down 11 runs. 15 batters coming up for the Braves.
Really a rough half an inning for the Lady Chieftains.
Now Minton, who was on deck before Newsom popped out to Maslick at second. She is on the rubber now inside the circle for Bonner Springs.
Yeah, Lady Chieftains don't have to try and get them all back this inning, but they need to start chipping away. got themselves in a pretty big hole.
Could be a good start here, but right at the left fielder, brought in for out number 1. That was Anderson out there.
She played the wind really well there. Did you notice her first reaction was back?
Back, yes.
She's really excited too. She's talking to the center fielder.
Yes, I got it. And this win, I mean, it's about 70-80% of the pop fly, especially into the outfield. I mean,
they've been an adventure.
Yes, they have. So to bring one in tonight, even though it looks routine, it's a big deal.
Yeah, there's no routine fly balls tonight.
Next one was outside. That was Herrera that got to start. This is Kylie Vandervoort back out patrolling center field for the Lady Chieftains in this game. Next one on the way from Minton, swings at it, over to short, bobbled it, and the runner will get on safely. So 1 on with 1 out.
We'll take it.
And next is the catcher, Santi Garcia.
That was a tough short hop for the shortstop there. Being an old shortstop myself, the mistake she made was waiting on the ball. She should have been charging, and it wasn't that well hit. It caught her between hops.
Back in the day when you were playing shortstop, and that would have been
a long time ago.
Another chance at it here. Throw over. Runner beats it out in time.
Yeah, that's a hit there because she's deep in the hole and couldn't get either runner.
So Garcia reaches base safely. Abigail Clarkson, like we've mentioned it many times, how she got into one.
Yeah, I'd love to see her get one right here. That would be huge.
A 3-run bomb would be exactly what the doctor ordered for Tongi.
Oh, you're not kidding. 2 bloops and a blast. We'll take it.
And she had the power, too. I mean, it's just the launch angle. If it was just a little bit higher.
Yeah, if anything, the wind's blowing harder now than it was in the first game.
Uh-huh. You just had to say it.
I know it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a hit.
Contact, and that does get out into center field. Throw is going to be coming home. It's not going to be in time. Lady Chieftains get their first run of the game, and it's an RBI for Abigail Clarkson.
You got the job done.
Garcia moves up to second. Clarkson at first, and now Emerson Maslick, the second baseman. Sends this one up. Center fielder brings it in for the second out. Runners will stay right where they are.
Well, this will bring up Halsa. She's the pitcher. She could help herself right here with a big hit. Keep this merry-go-round going.
Foul tips first one back for first strike.
Yeah, like we've talked about over the last several sports, basketball and now softball, you see these freshmen getting, huge quality time at the varsity level. That's just going to pay dividends later on.
Yeah, it's just about every level of the sport that we've called, at least this year, even going back to the fall. I mean, football, volleyball, even soccer. A lot of the underclassmen, freshmen, sophomore in particular, really stepping up, seeing them more and more involved at the varsity level. Softball, obviously, no different. And you also have Alyssa Schoenig. She's also on the softball team as well. She's not quite in the starting role yet, but she is available. Emerson Maslick as well. She's in there in the starting role. It's a good thing to see because you set yourself up a team that's like Eudora, for example, who coming off a state championship win last year, hit a little roadblock with Tongi, but now they're kind of back on their way, their winning ways. I mean, we're talking about potential, back-to-back state champions in Eudora, and they only have like 1 or 2 seniors.
Yeah,
the rest are sophomores and juniors.
Yeah,
I mean, they're set up there for
that's
the
scary.
future.
Yeah, they really are.
It's one thing, when you have a great season, but it's front loaded with 5, 6, 7, even more seniors in any sport, not just softball or baseball, anything. But it's great. The sooner you can get your young players involved, the better it is for your program later on. Another
nice
spectacular play by Anderson.
And she's celebrating.
Everyone's excited to catch a fly out today. Chieftains plate 1. They cut the deficit down to 11-1, heading to the top of the second on Tongi Sports Live.
State purpose of visit.
Well, our tractor's gonna kick the bucket this year.
Searching internet for new bucket.
I don't need a bucket.
Provide bucket color preference. Red, yellow, taupe, magenta. Oh, wait. They are out of magenta.
Robots don't know you. We do.
I can do a quote on a new one.
With us, getting the right coverage starts with a conversation. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Here we go. Top of the second action on Tonganoxie Sports Live. A deep hole where the Lady Chieftains to dig themselves out of. It was 11-0 heading to the bottom of the first. They got one across. It was an RBI opportunity, but now need to string those together with some scoreless innings. A chance for redemption here for Farrah Halsa.
Yeah, you need to shut them down now. And this is Minton, who singled and scored her first time up. This is something I haven't seen for a while, partner. Every hitter in the lineup scored in the first inning.
Wow.
And 2 of them scored twice.
Well, you don't see it very often. Like we said earlier, that when you go through and you bat around with not a single out recorded, that's you don't see that very often either, and that helps kind of make little odd, quirky stats like that happen.
Yeah. But that Halsa only gave up 1 walk. The rest of them were hits.
You could say that the Braves were coming by their runs, honestly, at least, not getting free passes. There was the one error from Herrera at short. Had the bad throw over to first.
And that allowed another run to score, too.
I believe that was with 2 outs, if my memory serves me correct.
Yeah.
Also might be on the verge of letting someone get on via walk. It's another ball here.
You can't afford walks now.
Minton pops it up. This one will get out of play behind the backstop. Also delivers again into Minton, and another one fouled off. Just that bat dragging on here. Next one got away from her. Ball 4. Leadoff man is on yet again at the top of the second for Bonner Springs. That was Minton. Now McKeon will be stepping up right behind her, trying to get her over and possibly get her home.
She walked and scored her first time up.
Showed bunt for a second. Santi staring her down at first, keeping her there.
That's got to be a bluff. You're not going to be moving runners when you're up 11-1. I wouldn't think. Unless she's bunting on her own.
Never know.
She may be bunting for a hit.
See if she shows it again here. Does not. Another one taken out for a ball. Alsa's next pitch just low outside the zone. Wind still keeping a steady pace here as the sun gets very close to setting.
I'm not sure if we're going to get sunburned or windburned. Maybe both.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Another walk.
Yeah, we had our talk about only one walk in the top of the first, and now back-to-back walks to lead things off in the top of the second. Whitman making her second trip out to the mound. Let's see, maybe if this will be it.
Yeah, Farrah's pitch count's got to be getting up there. With this many hitters coming to the plate.
And we're going to give it right back to Sage. So Sage Isaacs is going to be going right back in the circle for the Lady Chieftains. You imagine.
I don't know what her pitch count is, but evidently Coach Whitman does. So going to bring in Sage to try and stop the bleeding here.
Traditionally, so she's going to get some warm-up pitches in. We're going to step away for a break right now. 2 on with nobody out in the top of the second for Bonner.
With Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. And now get occupational therapy in the office or at home on an outpatient basis. Call 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market.
And coming out of break here, Sage Isaacs, as we mentioned, back in the circle for Tongi. This one has popped up into the outfield and a collision out there. The catch is made.
Good job.
But still a collision. That was Herrera and Crane. They collide with one another. Both are okay.
And I can tell you how that's supposed to go. As an infielder, especially a shortstop, you are to go until you're called off by the outfielder. So evidently she didn't get called off. If she did, she didn't listen. And that brings up Anderson, top of the order.
Another one popped up. And
looks like she did call her off that time.
That was Vandervoort calling her off. Just like that, Sage, first 2 batters she sees, gets 2 flyouts. The left and center, 2 gone. Runner still at first and second for Bonner Springs.
See if we can shut them down here.
And this should be Hassett.
It is. She grounded out to shorter last time up. At her second at bat in the first. Yeah, ground out to the pitcher.
Kept Saints off in the top of the second. Bonner still leading 11-1. Couldn't play another run across.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small-town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongirec.org or call 913-845-3502.
Bottom of the second, action rolling on here. It is Vorbeck, Booker, and Crane. The three due up for Tonganoxie.
She's hit by a pitch.
Hit on the very first pitch is Vorbeck, so she gets the free pass. She will take her spot at first base. Leadoff man is on for Tongi. Savannah Booker, another chance for her with runners on the base paths. Minton still in the circle for Bonner Springs. Farrah Halsa, her night of pitching is over after just officially one total inning of work and all 11 runs given up in that first inning. Sage Isaacs back in for Tongi after pitching all 7 innings of the first game of our doubleheader. So you know her pitch count is up there at least, but of course Coach Whitman knows better than you and I, so putting her in there right now, and if she reaches her limit, maybe we will see, well, not maybe, we will have to see another arm, because I know they're limited on how many they can pitch. I know there's 2 different ones, at least, per game and then per week.
Right. And I guess it would depend on what the schedule holds for the remainder of this week.
Right. And if this is the only doubleheader or only kind of series they have this week, then it's not too terribly a big deal. Of course, you wish for Halsa to go out and maybe have a better outing, but nonetheless, chance for her teammates to try to pick her up here on offense moving forward. To strike out there, so that's the first out. Bottom of the order is Crane with Herrera on deck and Vandervoort in the hole. Runner still at first is Vorbeck. This one fouled off and hit the light pole and ricocheted back into the stand. So poor innocent bystanders that thought that one was going way gone over their head. Rick comes off the light pole and into a crowd of people. Hopefully everyone's okay. Pitch taken for a ball, taking some time outside the box, getting the signals from Coach Whitman, the third base coach. Another pitch from Minton, swing and a miss. Got her with the off speed.
Had her fooled.
Outside, throw over to first, but back in time safely. Got her maybe fooled again there, swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts. For Minton, she sits down Booker and Crane. Back to the top we go. Mariah Herrera, the shortstop.
She flied out to left fielder first time up.
Back with the off speed again. We can't catch the zone for ball 1. On upstairs ahead in the count 2-0 is Herrera.
Hitters count.
Trying to keep this inning alive with 2 gone. Chopper over to short. Throw over in time at first. Chieftains go down cannot bring that leadoff runner home. It stays a 11-1 ball game.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com. The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Move along to the top of the third. Sage Isaacs back out for Tonganoxie. They trail 11-1 to Bonner Springs. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Thank you for joining us this evening. A beautiful Tuesday evening in Tonganoxie, Kansas. Wind has been probably the biggest complaint so far weather-wise today. Outside of that, it's just been gorgeous.
This brings up Super, who's the second baseman. She singled and scored in the first inning and then walked and scored in the second.
Next pitch to Super, can't quite frame it, gets away with the walk. Second inning in a row, leadoff man is on via the base on balls for Bonner. Third baseman Laura now up. Santi did a good job keeping that softball in front of her.
Runner goes.
Runner is going. Throw to
Throw
first.
was good.
Second is in time.
Caught stealing
for the first out. Garcia to Herrera.
Nice throw by Santi there and a great tag by Herrera.
Didn't even have a chance. Wasn't particularly close. Got her by a good step and a half. Attention back to Laura at the plate. Foul tips this one out of play. Another one low for Sage and another walk. Runner being thrown out stealing at second. Doesn't make that walk too much unbearable, but still back-to-back walks here for start things in the top of the third. Not ideal. Try to get a handle on that with Red Van Cleve now back up.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see the Lady Chieftains roll one here. The old double play would come in handy right now. Van Cleve has been a tough out.
That one gets away from Santi. Still throws over to second, which is not in time. That ball got a little too far away. Easy advance up to second base for Laura.
Van Cleve singled and doubled in the first inning.
halfway through the cycle, now showing bunt here. And therefore called strike. Runner stays at second.
I can't imagine they'd be bunting on here, but we'll see.
Vandervoort barely has to move out in center as that one finds right into her glove for out number 2.
Sounded like she hit that ball off the end of the bat.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, it didn't have much carry.
This one popped up. Vandervoort brings it in. Back-to-back outs into her glove. And back-to-back scoreless inning for Bonner Springs. They still had the lead 11-1.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Vandervoort, Garcia, and Clarkson, the 3 due up here in the bottom of the 3rd for Tonganoxie.
Need to try and get one of these big rally innings going. Cut into this deficit.
Yeah, got to try to get something going right now. This one out into right, but into foul territory. Next one on the way for Minton, off speed and in there for strike 2.
Yeah, I definitely had Vandervoort fooled there. She was definitely looking for something besides that.
This one heading out, and it does get down for a base hit. A leadoff single for Kylie Vandervoort.
Good start. Keep it going.
Stepping in now, Santi Garcia, the catcher. It'll be interesting to see the catcher there staring over at Vandervoort at first. It'd be interesting to see if Whitman, maybe the Tongi staff, maybe try to get that runner to steal, move up to second.
Well, the problem with that is, partner, when you're down that many runs, I can't believe she bunted that.
Is that a double play?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
She tagged her on the bunt and then threw to first.
Not too often you see the 2-3 double play, I guess. That's what it would go down as. Like Clarkson rips this one on a line in the left. So she gets on a 2-out single, but still just any momentum. Felt like the Lady Chieftains might have been starting to build up or looking to build up, just vanished just like that. Still,
I just what I don't understand is why you bunt in that situation when you're down that many runs. I don't know if she bunted on her own, if actually Coach Witt had called that, but it didn't work out.
I'm not quite sure. I think maybe for something like that, you almost have to get permission from the coach and say, hey, can we try this? Because worst case scenario is just what just happened.
Yeah, either that or it was a missed sign or something. I'm not sure. But you can't give up any outs. She's hit by a pitch.
Emerson Maslick gets on with the hit by pitch, and this should still be Farrah Halsa coming up, and it will be.
She needs to take out some of her frustrations on this ball right here.
Just crushed it about 220 to dead center.
She popped it up to the catcher.
Right behind, so the catcher heavily involved in this inning here, and the Lady Chieftains can't get any momentum building. We head to the top of the fourth, still trailing 11-1.
Collision on the field, awesome. An awesome collision on the road, not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at S&SAutoandBody.com or call 913-369-3193.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
Bottom three of the order due up for Bonner, Minton, McKeon, and Ashford. Still facing against Sage Isaacs.
Yeah, Minton walked the last time up and was stranded at second base. Looked like Sage tried to overthrow that pitch.
Tonganoxie, you're going to have to try to, right now down by 10. Of course, the spread rules 15 after 3 innings and then 10 after 5. So they're going to have to try to, theoretically, right now down to their last 6 outs to try to get something going to carry this game on, as if a 11-1 deficit wasn't hard enough to try to overcome right now. This one smoked down the third base line and foul. And all 11 runs, in case of people are just now joining us, all 11 runs for Bonner coming in the first inning. Batted around 1 through 9, no outs recorded.
15 batters came to play.
15 total batters. 11 of the 15 coming around the score. This one over to Crane, and she brings it in for the first out. She has had a busy night in left field tonight, and for the most part has done a pretty good job.
Yeah, she really has.
There's been a few times out in left center where maybe her and Vandervoort, the communication has gotten mixed up, or the wind is just kind of screwed with the ball a little bit while it's in the air. But outside of that, anything that's been hit in the air towards straight and left, she has been on the case. This one just outside of reach for Sage. Couldn't quite snag it back in, a 1-out single.
And that'll bring up Ashford. She flied out to left fielder last time up.
Be back to the top of the order. It'd be the 4th time through the order for the Braves with Anderson on deck. Pop up. Booker calling for it and brings it in for the second out. Shallow fly out in the infield.
Brings us back to the top of the order.
Another one. Herrera was going to be a tough play no matter what, but she keeps it from going out to the outfield, holding those runners at first and second. We saw her turn one of those spectacular plays deep in the hole, catching the backhand and throwing it across the diamond in time for the third out.
Yeah, we sure did.
In the first game, in the early inning too, second or third inning.
Yeah.
That happened. That one would have been much more difficult to try to turn. Another one heading the way of Halsa at third, but she bats foul.
Yeah, back in the old days when they had the game of the week on with Tony Kubek, that would have been termed a web gem.
Web gem, yes. ESPN from time to time still do web gyms. No, that was a big part when I was middle school and high school. I'd watch the early morning sports centers, and sometimes they'd have the web gyms on there. Always enjoyed seeing that. I always remember the one that Alcides Escobar made during the game during the White Sox. You probably don't quite remember the one I'm talking about off the top of your head. He was going right up the middle. He backhanded it, kind of spun his body around, threw off balance at first, and it was a
bang play. Yeah.
We were watching the game together, and I mean, you dropped your sunflower seeds. And it was an awesome play.
I hate when that happens.
Sage trying to close things out here in the top of the fourth inning and give her bat a chance to extend this game. Runners at second and first. Next pitch on the way is high. Is Hassett, the shortstop, in there right now. Pop up. Isaacs is right there, brings it in for the third out. So 3 flyouts get the trick done. Braves still lead 11-1. Bottom of the fourth. Up next on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Lady Chieftain softball.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
State purpose of visit.
Well, our tractor's gonna kick the bucket this year.
Searching internet for new bucket.
I don't need a bucket.
Provide bucket color preference. Red, yellow, taupe, magenta. Oh, wait. They are out of magenta.
Robots don't know you. We do.
I can do a quote on a new one.
With us, getting the right coverage starts with a conversation.
Half-hearted swing to get things started in the bottom of the fourth inning for us on Tonganoxie Sports Live. This is Jordan Vorbeck in to bat, the designated player, followed by Savannah Booker and Crane.
She was hit by a pitcher last time up. Wasn't able to advance past first.
And hopefully one of these times when we get here, they'll have programs out, because and the handful of players that we've called last year, we know their first names from there, but there's a few others whose first names we do not know. This one's ripped out into left field. Another leadoff single for Tonganoxie.
Yeah, they need to do something with it now. This brings up Booker. She struck out swinging her last time up. She should be due.
Swings, but soft. Over there at third, Laura brings it in. No trouble for out number 1.
This will bring up Crane. Struck out her last time up.
It's been a rough night hitting, particularly for the bottom of the order for the Chieftains. Meanwhile, Milton cruising right along for Bonner as this one caught in foul territory by the first baseman of Bonner for out number 2. That was Newsom.
Back to the top. Carrera grounded out short her last time up.
Next game that we have scheduled here on Tonganoxie Sports Live is going to be taking place next Tuesday, April 25th. It's going to be baseball, so we'll be over on the other side of the fairgrounds here at Tonganoxie as they will host Baldwin. Single header there, so first pitch scheduled for around 6:15, 6:30. I think it's better I try to get this out now where I've at the end when most people sign off, but that's when we will be broadcasting next. This one coming inside and making contact with Herrera. I believe that's the second time that she has been hit by a pitch.
No, that's her first time. Maslak was hit by a pitch.
Was she hit by one in
and
the first game?
And Vorbeck was hit by, she might have been. You may be right.
Yeah, that's more what I was leading to.
So we got runners at first and second, but we have 2 out.
Back in the center fielder, Kylie Vandervoort. One of the 3 softball seniors recognized here on senior night.
She was doubled off at first in that weird bunt play last inning.
Yeah. Just got a little too far underneath the softball, bunted kind of straight up in the air just enough for the catcher to collect and then throw over to first for the double play. This one lined right to center field, and that will do it for the Lady Chieftains in the 4th inning. 11-1 ball game heading to the 5th on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Roll along now, the top of the 5th inning.
This will bring up Super. She was walked and was caught stealing in the last inning at second base.
Laura on deck, Van Cleve in the hole. If things are to stay, they are right now. This game will be over after the bottom of the 5th inning, given Bonner be up by 5 or 10 or more runs.
Yeah. Unless the Lady Chieftains can scratch across a run or two.
Yes. High and outside for a ball. Pretty much to this point, Sage has pitched pretty much both games at a doubleheader outside of 1 inning. It was the top of the 1st and the 2nd game. Now we're 10th inning total tonight. And another leadoff walk for Bonner Springs. In comes Laura, the 3rd baseman. Tipped up and out play. You know, Bonner Springs, they'd love to add on another run or two to give them an insurance run of some type to when maybe after the bottom of the 5th inning, we're looking to spread the Lady Chieftains and claim the doubleheader sweep and And Tonganoxie back-to-back losses. This one is ripped and off the fence.
Yeah.
Crane didn't really have a chance to try to get down to that one. Throw is bobbled momentarily. That was by Herrera. Nonetheless, runners at second and third, and that one.
That ball was hit so hard that it got back to the infield before the run could score from second. Wow. That brings up Van Cleve.
I mean, as soon as it came off her bat, I mean, it was just a matter of does it have enough to get over the wall.
But it had enough, it just didn't have enough height.
Yeah, just not enough height. The launch angle.
You could hear the tink on the fence clear up here.
Potential 2 RBI chance here for Ren Van Cleve. And she's going to get at least one.
They're going to
bobbled by Crane, and they will send both of them home.
And she's going to take second on the throw.
Back-to-back solid doubles for the Lady Braves. They're up 13-1.
Three more runs in this inning, and it would be over.
Runner at second, nobody out.
Although I believe the Lady Chieftains will get the bat. Bottom half.
I'm not entirely sure how that goes. This one, another one out in the left field. Runner hesitates for a moment. Might be close at home, and just not quite as it rolls in. The Santi's glove right as she puts the foot on the home plate. And Coach Whitman coming out now, and the ball already out of the hands of Isaacs, and she give it back to Halsa? Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
And apologies to our folks back home. Glad to hear that.
Allergies, man.
So the ball's going to go back in the hands of Farrah Halsa, who started this game originally. Yanked after the first inning, gave up 11 runs. Isaacs came in, was doing the job, holding the Braves scoreless, and now giving up 3 here at the top of the 5th. Still nobody out. Runner at first. We will step aside just for a moment here.
The following is a...
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongirec.org or call 913-845-3502.
Minton stepping in now for the Braves. She takes a good cut at that one, but can't connect. 0-1 behind in the count early. 3 runs given up here so far in the top of the 5th inning. It is Farrah Halsa back in for Tongi. Sage Isaacs back over to third. This was the exact starting lineup that started the second game of the doubleheader for the Lady Chieftains. Taking advantage of the rule in high school, or if you pull a starting pitcher out, as long as you keep them out in the field somewhere else, you can put them back in this pitcher later on in the contest. This one fouled away and off the fencing for strike 2. For the first out. It's on the way and got her looking. A backwards K and a strikeout for Farrah Halsa. And set down, looking at strike 3. McKeon back in, the right fielder. first right now for Bonner.
I think Ferry got that call. Looked like a strike.
Yeah, with this umpire, you got to give him a little time to make sure. Little roller over to Booker.
Nobody
had a
there.
hard time. Maslick.
Oh, they're going to call her out.
Was in the area. They are going to call her out.
Yep.
Yes, they will. Second out, looked pretty bang there. Maybe for a moment, like Booker didn't get back in time. Maslick went over to cover. It was there. You saw Booker had a hard time getting it, fielding that softball.
That brings up Ashford, a number 9 hitter.
Another one. Apologize for the camera work there, folks, but Clarkson brings it in for the third out, a fly out to right field for the Braves, and they are 3 outs away from spreading Tonganoxie and claiming the second game of this doubleheader.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at S&SAutoandBody.com or call 913-369-3193.
We get anything done here?
Tongi down to their last 3 outs if they want to keep this game rolling right now. Currently down 13 runs. We've talked about the spread rule multiple times, but in case you're just now listening, it's always, you're up 10 runs after 5 innings, the game is called. 15 after 3, the game is called. The right fielder, McKeon, coming in for that one, and a big out number 1. Wind picking up a little bit here.
Just in time for Clarkson. She just about got one out earlier. Let's hope she can get one up into this gale.
My goodness, yeah, coming, blowing with a vengeance here. Takes that one low. It bounces right around her cleats. About to blow our set away here.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, obviously, it's the weather could change a lot between now and our next broadcast next Tuesday when we're back at home for the baseball game at the Tongi boys will be hosting Baldwin. But knowing our luck, there's one thing we can tell you: there's probably going to be some wind.
Yeah. More than likely.
More than likely. At least 10, 15 miles per hour. Maybe 20-plus mile per hour gust every now and then. Roll over to third, cross the diamond and go. Stretching out for it, keeping the foot on the bag for out number 2. And the Braves are 1 out away from handing Tonganoxie their first back-to-back loss on the season.
It'll be up to Emerson Maslak.
Whitman talking it out, a strategy with Maslick right now. But she is their last hope to get a rally going here. First pitch is outside for a ball. count 2-0. Minton haven't talked about her very much on the mound, which I guess for a pitcher might be pretty good, doing her job so far. Keeping these Tongi hitters at bay most of the night, not having to deal with a lot of trouble on the base paths, and only the 1 run given up. A 3-0 count to Maslick and a 4-pitch walk. She will get on to first. Keeping the order moving is Farrah Halsa.
She popped out to the catcher last time up.
Swings at the first pitch she sees, and it just goes foul. On the third base line, puts her behind 0-1. Another pitch low, throw over to first. Just couldn't get the tag on her. Back in safely, says the umpire. Minton in danger, maybe a back-to-back walks here. Still heading towards the bottom of the order. Vorbeck, the 7-hole hitter, on deck, and Savannah Booker in the hole right now. Next one, went down low to get it and gets it out to the outfield for a base hit. Runners will stay at first and second. Tonganoxie not going away yet. This one keeping the inning alive. Big 2-out hit for Halsa. Moves Maslick up to second. She goes on to first. Jordan Vorbeck now in.
Oh, hit by pitch.
How about this?
Bases are juiced.
And the big bat of Savannah Booker up now, and I think safe to say is she is due.
Yeah, she's 0 for 2 this game.
Coach Van Cleve out to the inside the circle, trying to talk to her infielders. And 1 out away from winning this ball game, but now he had a walk, a single, and now a hit by pitch. Loads the bases up for the Lady Chieftains with 2 gone here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Umpire's going to try and break that up here on the mound so we can get going again.
After a brief pause, it's Savannah Booker. Good cut. First one she sees, fouls it back. Lights are now starting to come on here at the field, at the fairgrounds. As are behind 0-2. Now the Lady Chieftains down to their final strike of the night. Next pitch from Minton is swung on, and that gets out to right field for a base hit. 1 run's going to score, 2's going to score. Throw over to third is not in time. The big at bat that Savannah Booker's been looking for comes right there. Still a lot of work to do here. Still need to play across at least 1 more run to extend this ball game. No, 2 more. First pitch called strike. Left fielder Crane, the 9-hole hitter, before heading back to the top of the order with Herrera. Soft liner over the glove of the second baseman. Another run comes across. Play is at third, and they got her there.
Yep.
And that'll end the game. 14-4 will be the final. Trying to get that extra runner to third base in prime scoring position to keep this game going. Instead, she is thrown out. Partner, what do you think about that?
Well, it's it's just a rule of thumb for the game of baseball and softball. You never want to make the first or the third out at third base.
Yeah.
But, she was trying to be aggressive and just got caught.
Yeah, I think that's one that you can understand where the call from Coach Whitman is coming from, but
yeah, and Coach Whitman was coaching third base, so she would have been telling her whether to come or go, but if I'm in that position, I'm playing station to station till I get a little closer.
Yeah, I think that's pretty safe to say there. So the game comes to an end, 14-4. The final score. The Lady Chieftains got on a little rally there, but just a little too late. And of course,
that big first inning, that sunk them.
Yeah, I mean, 11 runs, 15 total batters coming to the plate, and in the first inning for Bonner, and then held scoreless most of the rest of the way there. They had 3 more, and it was eventually enough to hold on and win this game. Now they hand the Lady Chieftains back-to-back losses here, so you're looking strictly at just Frontier League play here. That drops now Tongi from only 1 loss in league play now to 3, back-to-back here to Bonner, and it's kind of back to, we're not too deep into the season, probably still another month left until regionals and all that takes place, but
it's always tough to drop a doubleheader to a league rival.
Right, and this was a kind of game that Tongi was coming in. If you get the sweep, obviously you really kind of 7-game winning streak. You kind of put a chokehold on the top spot in the Frontier League. Now it's kind of back to anyone's ball game here. Bonner really put themselves back in the conversation here. We're coming in 5-4 on the year. Now you call it 7-4.
Yeah,
and they're right behind the Lady Chieftains now. We're right in front of them. We're just right there with them, right in the mix. So it's going to be a race here for the next month or so. But without a doubt, I imagine that the Coach Whitman and company, they'll get it straightened out. They'll put this one behind them, and then they'll move on with the rest of the season. Still a lot of ball left to play.
Oh, no question
the 2023 season. So that is going to do it for us tonight in our doubleheader. Again, we will be back next Tuesday at the baseball field for a single header between Tonganoxie and Baldwin. First pitch of that one scheduled for around 6:15, 6:30. We will plan to be on air around that time as well, our pregame material. Then we'll have the full game broadcast for you. Our next softball game will be next month in May 8th. There'll be a doubleheader here against Jeff West. I believe that's like the final home game of the year for the Lady Chieftains at home, or one of the last home games for the Lady Chieftains. We will have that one, and then also potentially planning on a May 4th baseball game here at home against Atchison. And, of course, any regional action that will be happening here at the fairgrounds, whether it be softball or baseball. Again, we still got a month left, but I'm gonna be free. You're gonna be free?
I'm gonna be free.
So there you go. You're hearing it from us first. We'll be available. So if regional action finds its way here once again, then we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, that's right. We'd like to see another trip to state like we did last year.
Absolutely. How sweet would it be to see both the boys and girls make that trip?
That'd be awesome.
That would be absolutely terrific. But still, like we said, a lot of ball game, a lot of ball left to play here in this season. We thank you all for joining us tonight alongside my broadcast partner, Dennis Drennan. I'm Dylan Funk saying good night. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next week on the 25th for Baldwin versus Tongi baseball.
You've been watching Tonganoxie High School Athletics on your new home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com.